You know, son, there's a moment in every man's life when he learns a painful truth. Not from books, not from some motivational speaker, but from life punching him in the mouth. Let me tell you about a boy named Ayan. He grew up thinking loyalty meant jumping into every fire for the people he loved. If someone insulted his friends, he fought. If someone pushed his brother, he pushed back harder. He thought he was protecting them. He thought he was doing the right thing. But one day, everything shifted. Ayan had a close friend, Hamid. Smart kid, but always getting himself into trouble. He'd pick fights, run his mouth, disrespect people who didn't deserve it. And every time things went wrong, he'd call Ayan to fix it. Ayan became his shield, his warrior, his escape route. Until one night, Hamid insulted a man at a local shop. A grown man, someone who had nothing to do with Ayan. And guess who Hamid called when things got heated? Bro, come quick. I messed up. They're coming after me. Ayan ran. He didn't think. He didn't ask questions. He walked into a fight that wasn't his, and he paid the price. One wrong step, one wrong punch, and he was on the ground with a cut on his face and a police officer holding his arm. But here's the real dagger. The moment they asked, "Who started this?" Hamid stepped back, silent, eyes down, like he'd never seen Ayan before. Ayan learned something cruel that night. Some people will gladly let you bleed for battles they created. Some people feel brave only because they know you'll fight for them. And some people don't want help. They want a human shield. When Ayan came home, his father didn't yell. He didn't scold. He simply said one line that stayed with him forever. Son, if you keep fighting battles that aren't yours, one day you'll lose the war that is yours. It hit him hard, because for the first time in his life, he realized he didn't jump into that fight out of love. He did it because he was afraid of disappointing someone who never protected him in return. And here's the part people don't like to hear. Not every cry for help is real. Some are just traps. Emotional traps. Guilt traps. Loyalty traps. Ayan stopped fighting everyone's battles after that. Not because he didn't care, but because he finally understood that protecting the wrong people can destroy the right future. Remember this, son. Revenge makes you blind. Toxic help makes you weak. But choosing your battles makes you unstoppable. Son, you remember how I told you about Ayan? Well, his real test came months later. A different situation. A different kind of battle. A battle inside his own mind. After that night, Ayan kept to himself. He wasn't the loud kid anymore. He wasn't the one running to fix everyone's problems. He started focusing on his studies, his work, his future. But life has a strange habit. When you grow, the people who stayed behind start feeling threatened. One afternoon, the same man who hurt Ayan months earlier crossed his path again. This time there was no anger, no shouting, just a stare. Ayan felt his heart race. Every part of him wanted revenge. Not because he cared about what happened, but because his ego whispered, "Prove you're strong. Make him pay." He stood there, breathing heavy, ready to take a step forward. But in that moment, he remembered his father's words. If you lose yourself trying to win battles, you still lose. So instead of fighting, Ayan did something harder. He walked away, and people watched him do it. Some laughed. Some whispered that he was scared. But Ayan learned something that day. They weren't laughing at him. They were laughing at their own fear, because walking away is something most people wish they had the strength to do. Later that evening, he told his father the whole story. His father smiled, not because Ayan avoided trouble, but because he finally understood the real meaning of strength. Father, son, anyone can throw a punch. Anyone can seek revenge. But it takes a strong mind to let go. Revenge doesn't end battles. It multiplies them. And helping the wrong people isn't kindness. It's self-destruction. Ayan realized that his life had changed. Not because others treated him better, But because he treated himself better, he stopped carrying emotional debts. He stopped fighting for people who wouldn't defend him. He stopped letting his anger decide his future. And here's the lesson, son. Most battles in life are invitations. They pull you, tempt you, provoke you. But you get to choose which ones you accept. The moment you learn to say no, you stop being a soldier in someone else's war, and you become the commander of your own life. Father, soft and steady. So remember, the strongest move you'll ever make isn't striking back. It's rising above. Where revenge ends, wisdom begins. And where toxic help stops, real growth starts. He placed his hand on his son's shoulder. Fight the battles that build you, not the ones that break you.